on my way to work this morning, and I had to stop and see these two geese just walking along the park path, enjoying the morning. Isn't that cute? Good way to start the day. They're walking in unison. Here we go. More friendly waterfowl. This is a busy little park. I'm not sure where they're going. I think they're going to cross the street. They are. Not sure what they're up to. Let's see where they're going. Oh, poor little guy. He keeps tripping on the rocks. Oh, you guys, look at this. I figured out why they went up here. Let me show you. I'm going to pull up closer. These people put, I don't know if you can see them. There's a couple water dishes right there. So they went over there to get some water. How sweet. Hello everyone and welcome back. I wanted to take today to do a garden tour video for spring/summer in Arizona, what we have going on here in the garden. And I thought I'd love to take you along with me to show you what we got going on. So we're going to start right here in the center, which you know is one of my favorite places. So the last video that we did, I showed you that we were adding another level to these raised beds, and we had to cover up some of the sweet peas. Now that didn't affect the sweet peas, but it is getting hotter outside. We're getting into 80s. We've had some 90s. Sweet peas do not like the heat. So they're starting to die off, you can see. So I've got a few on here, but oh, the little bit that I did have, they were so enjoyable. I don't know if I'm gonna have, because I was gonna leave some on the vine to collect seeds, and I just couldn't keep my hands off them. I've been snacking on them every day, taking them to work with me. So I don't really have any on here for saving seeds. I might have a couple down there, but nothing to do a whole bed again next season. So I'll probably have to order some seeds again. But you can see the chamois that I planted in here hasn't come up yet. But we have all of our little cucumbers coming up right here. And we had a little rat in the garden today. His name is Bentley. Yeah, Bentley. Candace got a video of him. I'll attach that. Hopping up into this bed and trying to get into trouble. Now, when I saw the video, he was down here. And sure enough, it looks like there's a bite out of that one right over there. So yeah, not only rats like fresh seedlings. A little Bentley does too. So I might have to keep them covered up a little bit longer. I'm not sure. And it looks like one of these guys actually died off. Wasn't strong enough. This was the Garden Sweet, and those were the last 2 seeds I had of that one. So
Guys, we have another rat. Bentley Atkinson, what are you doing? Get out of the garden. Oh my goodness, this is a new one. Get up. Don't.
I might have to keep them covered up a little bit longer. I'm not sure. And it looks like one of these guys actually died off. Wasn't strong enough. This was the Garden Sweet, and those were the last 2 seeds I had of that one. So hopefully that one grows and I can save some more seeds off of that. All of our pepper plants are doing amazing. They're really starting to bush out, so that's good. You can see where some of them are flowering out. And this right here is one of our towers, and we put a bunch of strawberries in here. They're not greening up yet. The other one that you'll see on the other side is greening up a lot more.
It's parsley?
This is the curly parsley.
Cool.
This is catnip. We put all things that help strawberries to attract good pollinators and keep bad pollinators out of here. Isn't that cool, you guys? Look at that.
That is so cool.
I love this thing. And then what is this? Thyme. He put thyme in here. We've got some radish in here. He put some beets in here. We need to thin these guys out. So we have these on this side, and then the cucumbers are going to start going up this trellis just as these peas are starting to die off. Oh, look right there. Here's a good one. I'll keep that one on there, and any other ones to try to save some seeds. And then right behind here we have more of our pepper plants. This is a lettuce that's going to seed, so I'll cut this down and give it to the girls. And let's see, we'll start over here. This right here is the aprium. You can see all the fruits on the aprium that are coming in. So you're supposed to have these guys 6 inches apart. So in all honesty, we need to pull 2 of these. And when they're on opposite sides of each other, I don't worry about it so much, but you don't want all this weight.
My heart's breaking.
I know, it's so hard. You don't want all this weight on your branches because it's not good for your tree.
What are you going to do with those? Just throw them on the reserve?
Yeah, they'll go into the compost. Oh. And see, now look at one like this here. This isn't going to be good. So when you start to pick your fruit and take them off, you want to first look for twins. You're going to want to pick off twins. You're going to look for any that are damaged. And this one, as you can see, has a double on it, so you're going to want to pick that off. Here, these 2 are too close together, so you're going to want to look for the one that looks bigger and better. Pick that off. And then here, that's a lot of fruit on one small branch. So we're going to take these guys off. This one here isn't going to be any good because you can see a peck in it. We've already got the birds checking everything out. Waiting. They're just waiting.
Cardinals are coming back.
Yeah, the cardinals showed up and he brought his lady friend with him. So they're checking things out. Over here, this is exciting. Remember how last year we were so worried about the mulberry plant because it kept looking like it was rusty, all the leaves? Look at this. They've got all of these. This one's turning. Look at that. I bet that's almost ready. This is a black mulberry, so that needs to get just a little bit darker and that one will be ready. But this is a dwarf mulberry. So I'm not sure how big these mulberries are supposed to get, but they look kind of tiny. But we'll see. Oh, look. Here's one right here. Oh,
try
I guess they're ready when they fall off, right?
Try it.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was so sweet. So juicy. I better find another one because
there's a bunch.
if
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
There's so many.
Okay, I'm gonna come back out here with 2 hands because these things are falling right off of the bush. And then we have our peaches. Look at how big our peaches are getting. Isn't that amazing? You guys look at that one. Oh, look. Oh, look. Right, see, right there's a cluster and there's a cluster that need to be thinned out. I didn't get high. Oh, and I did that for a purpose. I didn't go high because I was gonna share with the birds. So I was gonna leave the high ones in their clusters and let them do whatever they wanted to do so that the birds could eat. And then I was gonna save the bottoms for us. And look at all of our strawberry plants going crazy.
Yeah.
Gotta get out here and pick those again. And remember how I was worried about something getting in here and eating our strawberries? It's a bird. There's birds actually getting in there. Birds usually won't go into like caged areas and stuff. It's just not, they don't feel safe. But that bird did. He wanted it bad enough. This is salvia. I'm going to try to propagate some of this. That'll be fun. And then over here, look at all of our poppies. We're starting to get variegated colors. We had the pinks, now we're getting some reds. I even saw a white one in here.
I did too. It must have fell
It must have fell off, yeah. But there was a white one in here. And then we have our blueberries. And this is a Black Prince pepper in here. And there's another pepper hiding back here. I'm not sure what pepper that is. But I'm trying to save the poppies so that I can save the seeds. It won't be ready until right here. There'll be like little windows that open up right here, and that's when those poppies will be ready, but that's gonna be a while. You really have to have patience when it comes to saving seeds because things don't wanna dry out very fast. And then over here, we have all of our nasturtiums, and there's more strawberries. We have alyssum in here, and this is our apricot. This is the peach tree that we planted. This is the Peachy King. And then look at this, you guys. The last time I showed you the burgundy plum, look, it didn't have anything on it, and now it's got all these babies on it. So exciting. This will be our first year for plums. And speaking of waiting for things to dry out, this is my broccoli plant, and I wanted to save the seeds. Every one of these pods has seeds in it, so I'm going to have a ton of seeds, and I'm happy about that. And then I won't have to save seeds for broccoli for a while. And then coming over here, we've got the white borage right here, or some people say borage. And all of this right through here is all celery. Look at that, you guys. Look at some of those celery stalks.
Oh, that's exciting.
All of this is celery. So I did all of this so that I could preserve it. And then down here at the end is oregano. And then over here, this borage plant has gone absolutely crazy. Look at that, you guys. It like totally toppled over. I'm gonna have to come in here and cut this back because the bees are absolutely loving it. They're everywhere in here, but it's gotten too big. It's just going crazy. And I want to save some seeds out of here too, and I heard it was very easy to do. So let's see.
I hear somebody.
You hear the bees?
No, I hear a rat.
You hear a rat. So there's some right there, but those are greens, so those can't be ready. They've got to be a darker color. Okay, and then in here we planted some peppers. I'll just have Candace go back in there. We did the tomatoes along the back end, and then the dill is right here in front, and then we have peppers sprayed along inside of there. And then I had found 3 pots that still had celery in them that never got potted, and I was like, well, I'll just throw them in and see what happens. And there's one of them right there. It's thriving. So even being in the pot that long, it still did really well. Somebody's shooting off fireworks?
Yeah. Shh, baby.
Bentley doesn't like fireworks. This is the kale plant right here that we took and threw into from over there and threw into here.
Hey.
It's going to seed.
Hey.
So I'm going to, this is the White Russian. I'm going to save the seeds from this. That's our collard tree back there, barely hanging on. I got that from Wendy Fawn on YouTube. Here's our apple tree.
Ooh.
This is the Anna apple. I mean, this thing is just loaded with apples. It's just beautiful. And then back in this corner, our tomatoes are looking really good. And this is some Swiss chard here that I need to use up before it goes to flower.
I love Swiss chard.
Yep, and then nasturtiums. Look at that beautiful nasturtium. This one self-seeded itself. And then here we have more tomatoes, and then that's our dino kale. That's the one I was waiting to let flower and go to seed so I could save seeds from the dino kale. And back in this corner is where we have our blackberry bushes. So you can see that they're flowering. We don't have any blackberries on them yet, but they're flowering for the first time. So that's fun.
This looks like, oh no, that's just the beginning.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's just the tip of that one. So I'm not sure when they flower, but we'll see if they do. And then we'll have to go back around this other way. You guys, by the time this grows up, we are going to have a literal food forest back here. And this is the Dorset apple here. This needs to be thinned out a little bit. This is the Cara Cara. Oh, you can see at least one little baby right here. See it, Candace? Can you zoom in on that baby?
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of them all up in here. Wherever there's flowers, you can see that little piston sticking out of there. And there's little flowers at the ends, or I mean little fruits at the ends of those flowers all over the place. So last year we only had one Cara Cara off of here, so that's exciting. Everything is really starting to get adjusted. So they say the first year don't expect anything. Second, third year they start getting adjusted, and by the fourth and fifth year you really start seeing production. I think we already are. These are more blackberry plants here. Here's our sunflowers that we planted together all the way across here. Now, I had beans in here. What do you see?
Ladybug.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, ladybug. Hello, ladybug. Oh, I love life in the garden. And we had beans in here, and then the girls got in here and totally chomped down on all my beans. So we lost our beans. But we do have, this is Cosmos right here. Candace, that little thing right here. Those are Cosmos. And then back behind that is Lemon Balm. And the rest of that, there is also some peppers in here. Cherry tree's starting to come back. This is our Barbados cherry. You can see that it really got taken back by the frost that we had, you guys. It did not. I was not happy with that at all. But it's got a lot of new life coming back up on it. And this here is our lemon tree. And this was loaded with flowers. And it's got some babies on it. But it's never been a huge producer. Not yet. There's another one. So we'll have to see how that does. There's another one. Here is our lime quat. We got a bunch of little babies coming up on that one. And smaller fruits. In the fall we had these really huge, and they had really hard rinds, but now it looks like they're starting to calm down again a little bit. And then of course here we have our aloe. The hummingbirds just absolutely love the aloe, but it's kind of coming down again, calming down. And then here is the lettuce and the spinach that we had planted. You can tell that the girls got up in here. This is the Merlot. This was really good lettuce. So that'll be coming to an end here pretty soon with the hotter weather. Look at this, you guys. I am so proud of this. This is amazing. We did this together. This was our labor of love for carrots. And look at this. They're doing so well. I've never had carrots do so well. So I know it took me time to get it done, but I'll definitely be doing my carrots like that from now on. And I'm not sure what this flower is. I repotted it from the other, oh my, I know what it is just by this. These are straw flowers. I got straw flowers. That's awesome. Hi, buds. Hi.
Here.
If I put these in there, they're gonna fall through. No,
They won't.
Okay, come here. Hi, buds. Okay, and here we've
Oh,
got.
are you okay?
Oh, I just lost my shoe. Here we've got peppers. Different types of peppers throughout here. 3 different types of purple cayennes. And these are pansies. They're not doing so hot, but we'll see if they pick up a little bit more with the heat. We'll see what happens. And then over there is our little succulent garden.
Oh, grapes.
Oh yeah, we'll show them the grapes. Here's our Tiangelo, and it's got all kinds of little babies on it. This is the one, the first year we put it in the ground, the rats just ravaged it and just took twigs. I mean, they just chunks. So it's finally coming back. Last year we had one on here, and I can't even tell you how many babies are on here right now. There's a lot of them. So that's exciting. And then here is our yellow bell. It's starting to come back. I had to trim this way back, but it's starting to come back from the frost. And look at this, you guys. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grapevines, flameless. There's 1 Thompson green. The rest are flameless red. And look at all that. Look at the babies.
They're so cute.
This one's loaded. This one is really, this is going to be our top producer this year. I can guarantee it. And that's no good. Look at that. That just came right off of there.
Oh.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, little guy. Okay. And here was our succulent garden that
Failed.
it just failed miserably because it's just too hot. The rocks get too hot, it heats up the soil too much, and it's also became a place for varmints to live in. So we're gonna take that down.
Did it really?
Yes, there's been rats in there.
Yeah.
Right now I'm just gonna stick this in there. Okay. This is our fig tree that still needs to be planted in the ground. With everything that we have going on right now, I probably won't be doing that for another few weeks. And then over here, we have some German chamomile that's starting to flower up. So Candace can have some chamomile tea.
As I'm taking one to eat it.
And she's eating that one right there. Here's our pomegranate. You can see that just really went crazy with all it's starting to flower up. Okay, and then over here we have our irises that did not, these ones didn't bloom, and I think it was because we weren't watering them well enough. Our lantana's starting to come back. This is another pepper here, and we have Trinidad chocolates in this pot. We have Primatoli reds in that pot, which right now I believe is the hottest pepper that we have on the market. And that's just an asparagus fern. And then of course we have our grapes along here. And then we can see how our onions are doing. I'm not sure how this is gonna, a couple of them have bulbed up already on me and I had to pull them. And as it gets hotter, I'm not sure, because we're supposed to be picking onions like end of May before it gets too hot and these die off. We'll see what happens before they start turning over and dying on me, but definitely not getting the heads on these that I wanted. But when I did that onion video, I told you I made that huge mistake and I didn't buy the right onions for my area. That's very important. So we'll be trying something different next year with them. And I think I might try them in the raised bed too. Hi girls. This is our
Blueberries.
Asian pear.
I forgot the
with all of our
almond.
alyssum. Oh, the all-in-one almond. That's really greening up.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good. And this is the Asian pear. I didn't think this was gonna come back, but you can see it's starting to green up all the way to the top. It's just, if you have an Asian pear here, I guess expect that it's a later starter. And then over here we have plants that still need to be planted. We have the peach dandy, we have a grape, another pluot and a plum cot because those other ones died over there. And oh, our magnolia. Look at this, you guys. This is our magnolia tree. Look, it's starting to get flower buds on it. That's going to be beautiful. I cannot wait for that. This is Candace's gardenia. Oh, Bentley, you're getting hot in my arms, honey. This is Candace's ground cover that she had bought. It's a succulent. And then we have our mint, all of those different types of mint that we bought in here. The chocolate mint, pineapple mint, orange mint, all in there. And then on this side, either side here, we have the lemongrass. I had you with me when I cut that all back. You can see that that's coming back really well. And this is another, well, that's interesting. This is another one of those forage plants. And I just got distracted because somehow a poppy got in here. Not sure how that happened. And then right here, look, we just saw this morning. Look, little babies. We had you along. Oh my gosh, there's another one in the other one. These are our asparagus crowns that we started right here.
What are you seeing?
Right there.
Gosh, baby.
Look at it, tiny. He's so tiny. You see him?
How cute.
Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so fun. Just being in the garden is so much fun. The sage is flowering. I have to look into that and see exactly what that means.
You're getting a rose.
Oh my gosh, Candace is getting a rose on her.
Stop saying Candace. They're ours.
Okay, our rose bush. It was her idea, that's why. This is a iceberg climbing rose, and these are supposed to be white.
We're gonna
And
get
here's
two.
another head
Where are
on
the
that
other
one.
two?
They haven't come in yet, but we did order them, so they should be coming in pretty soon. And here's the other side of our raised bed. We put some thyme in here, and all along here you can see all the babies. These are all different types of melons. We went through the list of those in a previous video, along with the cucamelons coming up. And here's our other
Tower.
tower. I just love these. They're so cool. They're called green stalks, and you can go on greenstock.com. And often there's people on YouTube that you follow that you can usually get a percentage, like a percentage code to put in for them, and you'll get them for a little bit cheaper. And then here's some more of our melons. And these guys are the Roselle hibiscus. They weren't supposed to come up for 4 to 6 weeks, and they were up within a week. So I'm taking that as great soil. Here is our red sweet hot peppers. These ones do really good. This is our parsley and our chives. And here's some more dill. And this bean plant self-seeded itself, and then it was trying to climb up this trellis, and then it got stuck. So I might have to get some wire and help it up there a little bit till it can get to the trellis and start working its way up. And then what did we miss? We missed the
Oh, Aunt Kathy's
mandarin.
plant.
Huh?
Aunt Kathy's.
plant. Yeah, and this is the mandarin. This is the first time we're even getting any flowers on this one, so that's very exciting. It was very deficient in fertilizer, so Tom's been paying some special attention to this one, and it's doing really well. And then this is the line, and this one's got quite a few flowers on it. So this is good. It's starting to green up too because it was pretty yellow. I know the citrus smells so good. And this is my sister Kathy's plant that we bought for her when she passed away. When we have our pond in, we'll be putting that by the pond. She absolutely loved water, so she's gonna love that there. And then we have the tipu that we thought we had lost. But look at this, it's just coming back with a vengeance. It's looking so green and so beautiful.
Gorgeous.
So, and it's got all kinds of new growth on it. And this pear here is the Bartlett, the Southern Bartlett pear. And I think we saw at least one baby on here. And that's okay, because it's like, you know, it is a baby. It was planted as a baby, so it's going to be a couple years before we get anything, and we don't want anything on it this year anyway. But to try to find it right now, I know I won't be able to, but I know there's one pear on here. So I think we covered everything for you guys.
Weren't you gonna get eggs?
Oh yeah. So look at my little egg basket. So we've been turning the fan on already. Look at the girls are loving getting under there and just
Hey girls.
roasting.
Oh, there's one in there.
2, 4. Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's going after it right now.
Hey, you. Give me that. We had 7 today, and the queenie's like popping up in here.
Trying to get out.
Yeah, they like, you can see her right now. She's thinking about it already. Here she comes. Say hi. Okay, bye-bye. I always worry with the dogs that they're gonna jump out of there. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for coming along with us and taking a garden tour for our beginning of summer. I think we just skipped over spring again. It just went from cold to 80, 90 degrees. So not sure what's going to happen with all of our plants, but thank you for coming along with us, and we'll talk to you again soon.